Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss McAuliffe, and today I want to read to you a story about how we can take care of our planet Earth. It's about learning how to reduce, reuse, and recycle. We call those the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle, so that we do not have so much trash. Our planet Earth has a lot of trash that needs to be disposed of, and it keeps building and building and building, and people keep using and using and using lots of resources from our Earth. They keep chopping down trees to make paper, and so many other ways we can help our planet. So this book is called Our Class is Going Green. It is actually a very special book that is written and illustrated by the kindergarten students of the Oak Park Elementary School in Bartsville, Oklahoma. So this group of children decided that they are going to go green. Going green doesn't mean you go in the color to become a color green. It means that you start taking measures and doing things to reduce, reuse, and recycle materials. So we're going to learn how they did that. All right, our class is going green, and this is the picture of the class who actually wrote this book. These are the authors of this book. Our class is going green. No, not the color green. Our class is learning how to be kind to the earth. They're going to find ways of how they can preserve the earth's natural resources, the resources that we find, that the planet Earth gives us. To make our environment a better place, here are some ways we are going to go green. And those are the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. And we are going to learn how they're going to do that. We're going to walk to school instead of riding our cars. Well, some of you live too far to be walking to school. But maybe when you grow up and your school is closer to your house, you can walk to school or you can bicycle to school instead of using your car. We wear clothes in layers instead of turning the thermostat up to keep us warm. Well, when you turn your thermostat up to warm up the house, you're using a lot of gas, and that's a natural resource that comes from our planet Earth. So maybe if you put on more warm clothes, then you may not need to warm your house, so much. We're going to take 1 napkin at lunchtime. This is very important, and this is something we can definitely do. Take 1 napkin at lunch instead of a handful of napkins. Instead of a handful of napkins. Because napkins come from trees. They have to chop down trees. They take the wood from the trees and they make paper products. Another way to save energy, which is another natural resource that Earth gives us, is keep our classroom doors closed instead of letting the cold air in. Make sure to close your classroom. So if you have your air conditioner on, you can keep the room nice and cold, or if you have the heater on, you can keep the room nice and warm, and you don't have to make the the machine works so hard, and then it's going to use more gas and waste more natural resources. Another way to take care of our planet, and this is something we can do, and many of us actually do, is reuse old paper for class lessons and projects instead of using new paper. And you guys know we have a paper basket in our drawing center. I know you guys cannot go to the classroom right now, but when we are in the classroom, I do tell you, do not waste paper, but make sure that you have a plan and you use the paper well. So reuse old papers for class lessons and projects instead of using new paper. This is another good one, and we do this too. Turn the water off after we wash our hands instead of leaving the water running and while we dry our hands, because that's wasting. So use as much water as you need to wash those hands very well. But once you're done, make sure you turn the water off, because if you don't, that's wasting. And water is another natural resource that Earth gives us, and we don't want to be wasteful. Another way to help Earth is help keep our playground clean instead of littering on the ground. And we are careful about this. And when we do litter, we hopefully take the time to do some cleanup and pick up all the trash from the floor and put it in the trash bin, because we don't want trash to gather all around us and bring germs. And one other very important thing to do to help reuse the things that we use every day, like recycling our trash instead of throwing it away. This is a trash can, and we can use actually different bins to sort our trash. Not everything has to go to inside one trash can and be taken to the landfill, because then there'll be way too much trash. So we can sort out our trash and put the things that can be recycled into recycle bins. Glass and paper, most of it you can and plastic too, you can recycle, which means you can make it into something else. Our class has learned how to make the world a better place. Now we are teaching everyone in our school to be green. And you guys can do that at home as well. Many of you have recycled trash cans in your homes, in your garages. And make sure that all the paper and the plastic and the glass products go into that special recycle bin. Because when the trash truck comes, it takes all that recyclable material to a special factory, and they can make more material out of it instead of dump it into the landfill. And that was the end of our book. And now I want you to work on an activity that I posted, and it's called sorting out trash. You're going to learn how to identify things that are plastic and metal and paper and glass, and those things are all recyclable. So make sure you do not put them in your regular trash, but you use them, you put them in the recycled trash. All right, I hope you enjoyed that story and you learned a little bit of how you can take care of our planet Earth.